I don't know if y'all know what happens after a bunch of rain and heat, but you're about to find out. Flowers happen. Everything is so lush and green, including my grass, which I didn't have to water, which makes me very happy. Because I hate watering my grass. But yeah. It gets hot and rains, and then it gets hot again. And flowers happen. And new growth happens. You can see there's a sunrise coming in right there. And I think there was another one. Oh, there's a couple buds. Lots of buds, actually. Look at that. Oh. I was a little bit worried about this one because it has some discoloration on some of the bottom leaves. But we kind of determined that that was because it was just holding too much moisture. So everything else on it so far looks to be okay. There is some bug damage, like there's the leaf cutter damage, but then there's something else that's been kind of chewing on it. But those are the older leaves. None of the new stuff yet has anything on it. I also have strawberry flowers, and I might actually get a strawberry, at least one. We'll see. And then this opened this morning. Look at the color on that. And then there's another one that's going to open there. And then this shoot just took off out of nowhere. It's so pretty though. Oh, sorry, little spider. There you go. All this new growth though. There's new growth on everything if you take a look, which is exciting. Gotta come through and weed though, because we got little sprouts that are all coming up here that I don't want. Yeah. So we are having a little bit of an issue with runoff, but we're thinking that we're going to take off the hard spout and then have it so that it comes along the wood and drains into the grass instead, because the last rainstorm we had, a bunch of this all washed out, and that makes it difficult to manage. And then the centennial. Look how big it is. Like, what? This is the one that I picked, and I'm in love with it. Look at those blooms. Oh, so pretty. And so many buds everywhere. And then more blooms, more flowers, petals everywhere. And then Hope for Humanity's all budded out here. Like, this camera does not do this red enough justice. It is unbelievable. And it's got so many buds again. And new growth. And leaf cutters. They're just doing their job. Then this is actually not doing too bad. I was concerned because I thought it might have been too late, but then Facebook Memories was telling me that it actually was around this time that I put annuals in last year, when I ripped the tree stump out and put some annuals in, so it's okay. Things are growing. They're having a time. My osteos flowered and then they all died off, but that's okay. There's no CMs everywhere too, so I apologize if there's little bugs on the screen. the tulip pods are about ready to harvest. That hosta is out of control and gorgeous. I have pictures that I'll load up on my Facebook page there. Look at those. There's been some debate as to whether or not you should leave hosta flowers on the plant. And I always do, but I think they're really pretty. And this Coralbella started to flower. And yeah, the seed pod is just about ready to come off. Bleeding Heart's doing well. The new heucheras this year are all doing well. They're all growing, which is good. They're tiny though compared to the established ones. And then yeah, this one will get moved in the fall. It might be sooner than the fall because I might get impatient and cut the new bed, but I haven't decided yet. Munchkin. I'm being monitored. Oh, and there's a Pandora. I have supervisors. Hello. She wants to come outside. She's not allowed. Yeah, so the impatiens are flowering. The vine is a little bit bigger. The lobelias, two of them didn't do very well, so they'll have to come out. There was two celosia. They came out because they died. Because yeah, transplanting stuff in the heat doesn't necessarily go very well. I should learn this lesson, but I haven't. So we're running with it. Ooh, my guacamole has a bloom stalk. Look at that. That's exciting. That is super exciting. Look at all the little leaf gutter marks. Okay, sorry. The snaps seem to be coming back. My other established hosta has a nice flower on it, which really makes me happy. This is the first year this one's flowered. It hasn't flowered for me before, so that's really exciting. And then this big girl. Like, here's my hand in comparison to one of her leaves. Just giant and gorgeous. Look at all those flowers. And then the clematis are doing well. They tend to not all bloom at the same time, and they go through spurts where they'll like have a bunch of flowers and then it's nothing. And I'm like, get it together, guys. What else can I show you in here? Oh, these ones. Look at that. They're so fuzzy. It's very cute. And then some impatiens. And then this is a double petal impatient. Yeah. So we're doing okay up front here for the weather. Then sunflowers double in size every day. I'm pretty sure that one is the mammoth because it's so big already. And then I think I only planted the one mammoth, and then I planted some teddy bears and some darker red ones. I don't know if I planted the black magic one that I did last year that I was so excited about. I don't think I planted one of those this year, but I also don't remember, so we'll see. I think that's a sunflower. Might be a weed. It's just growing at this point. I'm like, we'll see what happens. Snaps in this bed are doing pretty good. I don't know what that is. It's probably a weed. The peony is doing really well. I'm very happy. We seem to have recovered. We're a little bit unhappy because we were covered up because I tried to keep the moisture off of her when it's been raining a whole bunch. And it rained earlier today, which is why everything is wet. This is the new stock that I was so excited about. It's going really well. The stalk is still nice and firm. We haven't had to treat it again, but we still have the Bordeaux in case we need it. And then I still have lilies popping up, like this one and this one. This one has pods, and I don't know what to do with them other than to leave them and wait till they dry out. I learned that lilies are just very prolific. They will reproduce via their bulbs. They will reproduce via the pods. And then there's also, I forget what they were saying, they're called seedlets, where they like clone along the stem. None of mine have done that, but I saw a picture of it today and it was really cool. And then this made my week. I gotta see here. Okay, try to get this in a shot because they opened. Are these not magnificent? Look at the color on that. They're so beautiful. Like, cannot get over how beautiful these flowers are. I waited 2 years to get these blooms because I messed up last year, and I would have had them last year, but I messed up. Yeah, I'm just stunning. And they're right beside my very white railing, so they just look even better. Like, this is what my yard looks like from the street right now. It is gorgeous. And like in a couple years, when the roses all fill in and this is cut, the new peony is in, there's 2 peonies over there, and I got irises and lilies and a seeding. Oh, it's just very excited. It's gonna look so good. Speaking of looking so good, the pot lilies are doing amazing. The callas absolutely love this pot that they're in. Look at those. They're so pretty. So pretty. And the leaves are so pretty. And then this one has dark ones in it, which came from the same bag. I bought a bag that had dark and light lilies in it, and then I just happened to separate it perfectly without knowing. Then my favorite ever, my showpiece, what you see when you drive by my house. Got another bloom stalk right here. This one's nice and open and just beautiful. I really hope my neighbors don't mind. And then this canna, still no bloom stalks. Lots of foliage, still no blooms. I'm hoping that it gets its act together and I start getting some flowers. But I am impressed with the size of these leaves. Like, look at that. And then this one put out 3 new bloom stalks. So this is the first, this is the old one of when I planted it, which I was told I probably should have taken off, but that's fine. This one just started opening. This one is opening. This one is brand new. So that's going to be really pretty. Ian was like, why don't you put the big one in the corner? And I was like, because the pots don't work that way. Because if I put that one, it doesn't look great. But unfortunately, this one decided it needed to be a showpiece, which I'm okay with. I'd be more okay if it put flowers out, but I'm okay with it. This one has come to party, finally. I'm very impressed. I was worried because I had been struggling with this one. I'm hoping it puts flowers out, but at this point, I'm also just happy that it's growing, because that shows me that the bulbs are good. because even the one I thought was going to fall apart and rot on me has little leaves coming up. And then this is the one that Ian picked out that sat in the back for forever, and it's got new growth coming up, new leaves coming up. So this is the bronze scarlet. So it'll look like the one between the doors, but redder. If it puts blooms out. I don't know if it's going to put blooms out, but it's putting new leaves out. People who watch my videos from last year know that I like to beak about my flowers or my plants not doing stuff. And then in the next video, they're like, by the way, we did things. So maybe if I complain that these guys aren't putting flowers out, they'll put flowers out for me. Anyways, now to the backyard. I'm also just going to insert this. It's plant related, but it's not garden related. This is my fish tank with my humpback pufferfish. She's amazing, and I love her. And I just felt the need to show her off because not only do I grow garden plants, I also grow algae. Oh my goodness, I gotta come in and scrape that. But I grow water plants, and I have some house plants, but I have mealybugs, so I'm not gonna show those off because mealybugs. I get to see this view every morning before I go to work, and it's awesome. Because growth. All the growing things. So again, it rains, so my garden spider's out. That's what I've got for cosmos and zinnias and thistles. It looks like I have a flower though. I might have to go check that out. My T-Rex hosta is still not planted because it is a mud pit back here. Because it likes to rain all the time. And I got zucchini flowers too. That's awesome. What do we got? Got tomatoes growing. We got Ajirico peppers. We have more tomatoes, more tomatoes. This one I tied up, but apparently not very well because he fell over. Goodness, tomatoes are doing what they want to do. Yeah. Let's see. I got banana peppers here that are ready to harvest, so that will be happening pretty soon here. Excuse me. Stripy bells are looking a little stripy, not terribly stripy. And the sweet bell peppers are doing good. Nothing on these ones yet, but new flowers coming in. And again, it rains, so everything's a little bit wet. Yeah, these banana peppers are ready to come off. And I should probably rip them off so that it puts more flowers out. And I get more. More stripy bell peppers. That was a leaf snapping. What else do I got? I have not seen any more tomatoes set. However, I do have... Sorry, try not to fall downstairs. I do have more flowers on, so that is a good sign. I'm hoping that I get more than my one tomato. One tomato is going to be an excellent tomato. Yeah, I got flowers, and they get shaken because I knock them at least twice a day when I walk by with my bag to go to work. What else do we got going on here? Oh, more bell peppers. My ficus ruby is doing great. Barely has this leaf opened and it's already working on another one. These are going to be so mad when they go inside. I'm scared. I gotta find the best spot for them. Which means I also have to repot the other ones because they're going to have more space. What else can I show you from here? These two tomatoes are doing well. I'm going to probably have to trellis them somehow. Pandora. I don't know if you guys can hear her meowing, but she's meowing from the window. I have a sea of beans. Well, bean plants. No beans yet, from what I can see. I have tiny little cucumber plant right in there. But I think I'm giving up on cucumbers. Because for whatever reason, I struggle to grow them. This is the third year in a row. The first year they did great, but they were really late. Second year lost them to hail, and then this year. So, maybe I'm just not meant to grow cucumbers. Zucchini, however, that plant is ridiculous. And then my catnip sitting in a bucket of water because it is wet and yucky out. Then I got eggplants and peppers and eggplants. More flowers coming in. Getting ready to bloom. So I'm hoping I get at least one eggplant. I don't know. We'll see. Running out of time. I don't know what happened to my spinach. I'm wondering if this shelf is actually a good idea to have, because it gets hot. Like, I don't know if you guys remember that this was colored at the beginning of the season, and now it's sun-bleached. But I don't know what else to do with this, but figure it out, I guess. Because I don't want to waste this space. So, we'll have to see. What else do I got? This peony, which I should probably put in a bigger container out front, but it's got new growth on it. And it does not have botrytis. It's not squishy, which is nice. The irises are pretty. I don't think they're gonna bloom this year. Hopefully they bloom next year. And then I'll just keep adding so that I have blooms all the time. And then the T-Rex, still not planted. Still growing though. There's a new leaf in there. Should probably get that in the ground pretty quick though. Because I'm thinking, yeah, starting to get some pokies out there. This lettuce, yeah. This ficus is going to have to get repotted real soon because it's putting out a new leaf. Honestly, these ficus are doing better out here than they've ever done in my house. This lettuce is all ready. I could probably harvest that and feed that to our lizards. And then petunias. More petunias. Should trim the dead off of that one because it came back to life for me. Because plants want to grow. Look at those. Beautiful. And then the petunias in the cocoa court baskets are unbelievable. They really took off. The sweet peas in this basket, I saw them earlier. I don't know if I can get them in the video here though. Let's see. They're coming up. So they'll fill in. These ones are doing fantastic, and I'm hoping that they flower pretty soon for me. They look a little dry. They probably need a drink because they sit under the eave, so they don't get a whole mess of water like the other ones do. They're all right. I'll probably do with the water tomorrow. I'm the only person alive who can kill a mint plant. Not just one. Pretty sure all 4 of them are on the way out. So, I'm not sure. I think, because this has to get dealt with, and then I'm going to rethink what I do along here. It might end up just being flowers to attract pollinators. Because I apparently can grow flowers. Food, we're on the fence about that still. So, now, boot time. I'll save you the disaster of my garage. Because my garage is a disaster. And I have a mouse, and I'm very upset about it. Okay, Now, oh, squishy. So, in here, things bolted, which I expected, because it does get quite a lot warmer in here. So what I'm thinking is I'll go in here and start pulling stuff out, and then start thinking of what needs warmth and a little longer of a season, and then replant in here, because like this flowered, so it has to come out. That came out surprisingly easy. Okay, put that in between the beds there. And I've got thistles and stuff in here still that have to come out. But there are some things that are coming up really well. Like this pak choi is doing really well. Oops, that might have been a broccoli. But it has bug damage. Look at that. Freaking pests. Yeah, I've got some things that did really well. Like the pak choys are doing really well. They're not quite as bunched as I would like them to be, but they're still doing good. This is going to quickly become a let's watch Jessica weed her garden, because she doesn't do it unless there's a video being recorded. Sorry, my neighbors came out, and I didn't want to record them without their permission. Yeah. And then, oh, I'm stuck. Oh, I'm very stuck. Oh, there we go. I love mud. It's so great. I mean, for a first attempt using this thing, it didn't do too bad. I grew brassicas, which I don't think I've successfully done. Well, I don't know if this is successful because they bolted, but I've also realized I have made an erroneous mistake. I planted my zucchini where I can't reach it really well. So I'm really gonna have to watch when zucchini start coming in, but it looks like I've only got male flowers right now. So I don't have to worry quite yet. But I will have to start worrying at some point. And then a basket of nasturtiums. And more nasturtiums. My nasturtiums flowered, which is a huge deal. Again, for a plant that thrives on neglect, I still managed to kill them. The corn has decided to stand back up. I should still probably put up a perimeter so that they don't fall down again, but they're looking really good. I'm quite impressed. The okra is growing nice and big. I don't know how 2 seeds got there, but that happens. As soon as it gets hot, these are going to take off. But it's the getting to the warm part. Peas are looking a little sad, but I can harvest them now. First, peas out of the garden. Look at that. This is a little difficult to do one-handed. So some of these are supposed to be purple potted, and the other one says they were blue potted, but I think they kind of turn out to look the same. It always seems like the first things out of the garden are peas. Well, it should probably be radish, but we all know how that went this year. Oh, come here. Got some more. Oh, those ones are a little small still. And I had a cucumber that I planted, but again, I just have no luck with cucumbers. And I don't quite know what I'm doing. Oh well. And then potatoes are being great. No flowers on them yet, so we're still making potatoes in the bags. Should probably throw some more dirt in on them. Who put that wand away? My goodness. I've got beets that look like they're doing something. I'm not 100% sure if they're actually doing anything. They might be, they might not be. I don't think we're doing anything. But I mean, beet leaves are edible. Well, these look like they might be kind of doing something. Ooh. Ho, 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 ho. Excellent. This cucumber decided it wanted to grow, so that's exciting. And I mean, oh look, there's a cucumber coming up here. I don't know, I think I have to get my soil tested, because that doesn't look very good. And like, that's not dry dirt, so I don't know. These carrots seem to be doing good. Let's take a look and see if they're actually growing anything. I hope they are, because it's just been a very frustrating time. I thought for sure this year root veggies would be okay. Oh, so that's obviously not edible because it's a little, but my carrots are growing. That's good. That's good. Maybe I planted them too deep. That's a possibility. Yeah. And then the beans and where the T-Rex will go. Yeah, I mean, this is where we're at oh, they're spent. Darn. These are the first ever nasturtiums that I got to flower. Very proud of myself. And then there's pretty red ones over there. Maybe I can get a better angle. Oh, goodness. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. Oh, Panda. Pandora. I don't know if you guys can hear her, but she's beckoning me, apparently. There's another nasturtium flower. Yeah. So, that's this week. End of June. End of July. Yeah. Stuff is still growing. We're still motoring. It's a little concerning because the first predicted frost is supposed to be the beginning of September, which is 35 days from now, which is not a whole lot of time, but for what it's worth, this is still probably my most favorite place on the entire planet, as frustrating as it can be. So, I want to thank you guys for checking out this week's video. and taking a look at what's going on back here. And I will see you in the next one.